On Friday, Twitter permanently banned President Trump, citing the risk of his further incitements to violence after the attack on the Capitol, denying him the social media megaphone he has wielded throughout his presidency. For many, the move and suspensions by Facebook and Instagram are too little too late. For years, those platforms have been gathering places for extremist groups and conspiracy theorists, whose ideas often are amplified by the president. Experts and reporters who watched the sites closely were not surprised by what they saw at the Capitol building this week. In our Sunday Focus, NBC business and technology correspondent Ling follows the online trail to January 6th.
While images of the violent attacks on Capitol Hill stunned the nation this week, many say the signs were there all along, hidden in plain sight online.
People joke around a lot on the internet, but people also say what they mean on the internet, too.
Ben Collins and Brandy Sajosny covered disinformation, extremism, and the internet for NBC News. For them, there was nothing surprising about January 6th.
Why do people keep saying they didn't see this coming? Because it was plainly out there.
I've been wondering that all week. These people coordinated on open parts of the internet, on Instagram, on Facebook. These people are talking about storming the Capitol.
What we saw were little examples of what we saw at the Capitol happening all out throughout 2020 at state houses, at local Black Lives Matter protests where armed men would intimidate local activists. I mean, we saw this happening over and over and over again. And somehow the FBI, the DOJ, the Capitol Police just didn't learn a thing.
How far back does this go back in years, Ben?
We're talking 4 or 5 years, but QAnon specifically started in October of 2017.
The far-right extremist group organized just a few months after the deadly violence in Charlottesville, Virginia, when counter-protesters clashed with white nationalists taking part in a Unite the Right rally.
But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides.
Sort of simultaneously, the militia movement built up at the same time. After Charlottesville, the Proud Boys said, hey, look, we may have disagreements, but we need as many people as possible. So they started recruiting in the QAnon spaces, and they all came together for a common cause. Really, the goal is to protect Donald Trump.
What started online quickly came to life offline.
And when they give specific directions to a specific place to go carry out armed insurrection, the president shouldn't be giving them the marching orders once they get there.
And you have to get your people to fight.
Extremists emboldened by videos and posts by the president to his millions of followers. In the last year, Twitter and Facebook have labeled or restricted certain Trump posts with false information on voting, COVID-19, and glorifying violence in the aftermath of George Floyd's death last summer. But it wasn't enough to stop the violence.
People really underestimate the power of misinformation. We are all able to fall for these lies, especially if they come from someone we trust, like the president of the United States, maybe. It has seeped into the brains of so many Americans, and that's the dangerous place that we're at now.
Meanwhile, plans for more attacks like January 17th on the Capitol are already circulating widely on social media.
And they are planning something, around the inauguration, using flyers on social media to basically make this a bloodier day in the future. That's the sort of thing that needs to be taken seriously.
And Joe joins me now live. Joe, good morning. It's good to see you. So when the president was deplatformed, taken off of Twitter on Friday, a lot of his supporters cried censorship and even violations of the First Amendment, which, of course, is a fundamental misunderstanding of the First Amendment. But where else now will supporters of President Trump, where else now will extremist groups go to assemble?
Willie, good morning. On Twitter alone, the president has lost nearly 90 million followers. So this is a huge change that could force him to use traditional methods of communicating more often, like press conferences, to get his thoughts out there. Not to mention, every minor or major comment on Twitter will no longer be covered or retweeted, raising new questions about his relevance in the public conversation in these final days. But both he and his supporters have said they'll migrate elsewhere. But some of those options, like Parler, which is popular with right-wing extremists, are dwindling overnight. Apple and Google banning the app from their platforms, saying that they've allowed for bad behavior. Willie?
All of this is so important to understand right now. Ling, thanks for helping us do it. Good to see you.